And we're live. Fun Friday, free for
all.
Fun, fire up, nation. How we doing, everyone? TGIF.
We are coming to you from Athens. I know it's not the beautiful scenery you're used to.
I mean, look what we have here. Today we've got some little gnome picture on our hotel wall. But we're in the city, we're by the port, because tomorrow we're heading off on our yacht week. And, we just wanted to bring this to you because we are, committed to it.
Although, if we're honest, it's Saturday here.
That's
It is
true.
12:30.
That's true. We're a little late, hey, sue us, all right?
Speaking of, that reminds me of the shows we've been watching.
Okay.
How are you liking Suits these days?
Oh, man.
We've watched 2 seasons in about 2 or 3 days, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Grace and I were a little worn down, so we decided to pick up a show, and so the one that we picked was Suits. So I hadn't seen it. Graclyn said she'd seen some eps before, and we're into it. So
It's good, man. It's
Suits.
really good. Suits is one of the 3 shows we've watched recently. What are the other 2?
The morning show. So this is a lot of Apple TV stuff because we just got some access, and then
Thanks, Dad.
yeah, that's right. Thanks, Tex. And then probably a lot of people's favorite right now, Ted Lasso. I mean,
Dude,
we're all about the pitch and oi, and I'm just I do that to Graclyn every once in a while now, and it's pretty fun. There's a lot of good shows out there right now. Some good things to consume, but yeah, we needed a few down days, so that's what we've done, and now we're just getting ramped back up.
Been traveling, being pretty aggressive about moving around, and in preparation for Yacht Week, right? We had to take it easy.
That's right.
All right, so what do I want to ask you today? So there's been some stuff on the news lately.
Oh.
What does it feel like to not be, flipping on to English mainstream media every day, but seeing the headlines and being quasi-removed, being traveling, but also obviously being American? Just what strikes you?
Well, it's cool because I get all my news in Greek, and it makes total sense to me. Part of it is I don't care if you're here or if you're back in the States or if you're on the other side of the world. I think the solution is just turn off the news. That's what I would do. And I think when you you don't consume all the fear mongering and all of that, life just kind of is. And so that's a beautiful thing. And so, I just try to live my life, and the news is going to be the news, and I'm not here to judge. So I just prefer not to watch it.
Okay, cool. I like it. On that note, how has it been traveling as of late with the new as of the past year of just what it takes to get from here to there? What was our experience today?
Well, there's gonna be, hoops you have to jump through, but it's not the end of the world, and you get out there and you kind of do what's required. So for us today, in order to be able to, travel back to Athens, we had to take a test. We did a rapid antigen test, and pretty quick and painless, and then that was that. But then take it when we first came to Greece, and we were held up at the airport because our test wasn't accepted. So there's always going to be hoops. I think that's part of this, that they're going to put you through a lot. And so just stand tall, and don't prohibit what you want to do with your life, because somebody put an obstacle in front of you.
That's good. I like that. So going into Yacht Week and being back in Athens, we haven't spent much time here. Are you planning, or do you think that we're going to spend some time in Athens after this, or what are you excited about for Athens? Because it's been like we flew in, we had to race to the port to catch a ferry to get back on our plan after said testing hoops to jump through, and then now we're back here and we're leaving tomorrow. But are you excited to come back to Athens? What are you excited about Yacht Week? Just tell me where you're at right now with Athens.
Ooh, man. Well, I mean, I'm excited. Like we're at this hotel and just like right across the street, it's a really cool bar. They had a whole whole wall of games. BattleNet.
BattleNet. Yes.
Yeah.
BattleNet in Athens.
Cool, had a cool name. So we stopped by there. But that's the extent of it. Just a place across the street from where it's a big city. I'm excited about Athens. I mean, I'm excited mostly for checking out, the history, which is ancient, and
love to hit it after Yacht Week. Huh?
Absolutely, yeah. We're gonna definitely see the sights and be full-blown tourists, as we're wont to do when we're in a cool, unique place. So yeah, I'm excited for that.
Cool. Do you have any questions for me?
Do I? Yeah. So Graclyn, I'm just curious, like, what's something that you've learned, recently or just in the last year or so that just like it just completely blows your mind? Like, wow, I never thought of that before, or I never really had contemplated it, or just something that's really cool that you find super interesting.
Yeah. I'm not sure if this directly answers your question, but it has been something I've thought about recently, is like expectations. So for example, for us, our traveling journey, what we thought we were going to do when we quit our jobs in March of 2020, our expectations were much different than our reality. And I think experiencing that, it's very easy if you have expectations to be like let down for whatever they are, because when you have expectations, usually, or at least for me, they're like very positive, they're like the ideal situation, all of these things. And so when we went on our road trip, like that was super fun and amazing, and I didn't have any expectations because that was never part of the plan. So by having no expectations, everything was amazing. Same thing like when we went to Croatia and Albania and Montenegro, like I did not even ever think or know about those places, so it's very just, there was nothing to beat. It was just, that's what it was, and I really enjoyed it. And so I feel like, not to say you shouldn't have expectations about certain things, but if you allow yourself to realize that, disappointment or being let down is only because you had expectations that weren't met, like you're just holding something into this like unreal standard. And so like, for example, Greece, like I had certain expectations because I've heard of it. I've seen people that have gone here and experienced it, and it's still been amazing. But like when you have an idea of something, it's also many times like just like just something you like hold in your head. And so I feel like if you have zero expectations, you're allowed to be present, and it's beautiful and amazing.
There, awesome. So you've learned to shed expectations
in a way, like,
and then what does that mean when you said live in the present moment? So what's the present moment? Let's talk about that.
Yeah, it's just being, it's just experiencing and just letting everything go and just having, living whatever you're experiencing, and not saying it's good or bad or, putting labels on it or anything like that. It's just being and allowing you to feel through those emotions or experiences, and then just moving forward.
Okay. So would you say that it's an issue that a lot of people aren't living in the present moment? Or would you say people are or they're not? Or you think this is a concept that a lot of people fully grasp?
I can't speak to a lot of people because I'm not each and every one of you, but I will say, speaking to myself not very long ago, I think I was not living in the present moment because I was always like looking in the future and expecting and thinking and what do I want that to be like and working towards making that happen, which is good because I had goals, and at the same time like also not just enjoying what was, whatever in the past, because I was just striving for something that was constantly not there. And so I think that was not living in the present. So I don't know what anybody else is experiencing, but I know my personal experience is that it's so easy to say once X happens or once X is a reality, then I'll feel like this. But like, what if that doesn't happen exactly the way that you think or feel that it might? And then there's very easy to be let down because that's expectations. And my experience is now just living in the present, letting go of what I think should be happening and just letting what happens happen. It's much more freeing. So I'm not gonna put labels on anybody else out there, but I know for myself that when you hold what you think should be the case like higher than what's actually happening, it just, you constantly feel like you're not fulfilling what's supposed to happen. That's
Ooh, I like that.
I know it's deep.
It's deep. Graclyn's so deep sometimes, you know, that's what I love about her. So being deep here, you know, what do you think is missing from the world? If you had to name 3 things that you see missing from the world that you would like to see change, you know, what would they be? And you know, how would you see them change?
That's a good question. Love, gratitude, and passion, maybe.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Love,
guys.
gratitude, and passion. So what you know, why are those things missing?
I don't know why they're missing.
But in your perspective, you said they are missing. So just describe, you know, like, you know, what's missing about them. Start with love.
Yeah. Love, I feel like right now everything's very divisive, and so if you came from a place of love, if we come from a place of love, then it's understanding that there may be difference of opinion, but I think if you really get to the root of what most people want, it probably often could be tied to the same thing. It's just a different perspective on how that happens. And so I think love and understanding that we're all one and we're all human and we're all here to live this great life, like I think that's just missing. It's like pointing fingers and everybody wants to be right, and so I think that love is missing in the sense that if we're all one, why do you want to put someone down to make yourself feel better?
Okay, yeah.
That's not like you or anybody specifically, but that's just my experience is when you know.
We're talking about overall.
Yeah,
here.
if you flip on the news,
What's
it's like,
missing from the world?
like
the
you,
world is
you, me, like, so okay, like, is that coming from love? If you're not able to say like, I don't want to prove you wrong. I just maybe want to come to like, let me understand you and where you're coming from, and I'd love to share what I think. I'm not trying to tell you what to think or feel, and also like we're just all coming from love and trying to, you know, get to this place where everybody can exist and experience life from a loving, happy place.
Gratitude.
Yeah. I think with social media and the news and just everything that's going on, there is, I don't want to say a lack of gratitude because obviously everybody has their own experience, but there's just so much we can be thankful for, generally speaking. Anybody, no matter the circumstance. You know, do you have a roof over your head? Are you able to eat? Or do you have a loving family? Like, there's 1,000 things, even if everything's not perfect in the world, that if you can every day wake up and say like, wow, I have some X, whatever it is, to be thankful for, and just start with that, then like it starts your day off well. And I know that that's something that I'm trying to come back to, is just like, there's a lot of things that we don't know, like you and I specifically, about just like life, where we're going, what we're doing, and at the same time we have so much to be thankful for. And I think just coming back to that and starting with that and beginning any and every thought or day with that, it just changes your perspective, because it's not a lack, it's a, I'm starting with being so advantaged because I'm so thankful for something. And so I feel like if everybody had that mentality every day, then maybe it would put the world in a different place.
Whew, lovely. And finally, passion.
Yeah, you know, I think, again, this is coming back to my own experience, but if any and everybody could start with following their passion and what's in their heart versus what they think they should do or feel like they have to do or anything like that. Like if you're starting with your passion, then you're putting that much more of your heart into it and actions behind it. And it just would be so beautiful if everybody was following their passion and bringing their best self to the world and furthering their, coming from love and what they're able to add value to the world. And I just think that if you live your life from passion and your purpose for what you can bring, then it would just be amazing. And I personally am working on that because I am passionate about living a life of helping people and inspiring people, and I'm learning what that even looks like, but that's something I'm very passionate about. And so if people are able to tap into whatever it is that they're passionate about and bring their best self to putting that out there, I just think it would be really awesome.
Awesome. I would think we would all benefit from that because we're all one.
That's right.
All connected. It's really great. So Graclyn would like to see more love, gratitude, and passion in the world. And she's out here being the change that she wishes to see. So let's all take a lesson from Graclyn today and get out there and be the change that we want to see in the world. I mean, what else are we going to do, right? So Graclyn, you have any more questions? You get the final one.
Well, that line sounded like one from Essential Revolution. Do you have any new tidbits to add from our favorite book as of late?
Oh, okay.
Or any other book you've been reading?
Man, I'll tell you, I've read some really interesting books over the last couple months. You've got, Lucifer's Children and The Kingdomless Kings of the New World Order. You should check that one out. It's a good paraphrasing of history and, shed some light on some of the goings on. And then, there's the teachings of Jonah. Jonah's a light being from another universe, but there's a lot of universal truths in that book, and it's really interesting. The medium for Jonah is Haska Harrison, and is transcribed by, I believe, Constance Luciano. So, that's an easy one. And then, of course, Graclyn mentioned The Essential Revolution. That's just an amazing book, guys. And, if you really want to, read a great book, hear a great story, but also learn about, maybe the work that needs to transpire as we shift this world of ours and we make that transition from consumer to creator, that's a great jumpstart in the right direction. So would encourage you to read any and all of those books. But yeah, Essential Revolution, I think, the one line that always sticks with me from that is be the shift, as Dimitri says. And so I think if you, are like Graclyn and you believe in something and you have that passion and purpose inside your heart and you're focused on that, you're a powerful creator and you were created to create. So you can get out there and you can change the world. I believe that for all of us. And I think it's really something that needs to happen right now. We got to start standing up for what we believe in and then watch the world change. Ours is changing in a really great way. And, you know, we're just going to keep out there spreading light and love in the world, spreading Fire Up Nation, and igniting our spirit,
Woo-woo.
living from right here. That's the place, guys. So, well, that was great. Fun Friday, free for all.
Woo-woo.
Edition
Saturday morning.
number 4. Saturday morning for us here. But
Sorry,
you know,
guys, you're on the ferry.
it's Friday o'clock somewhere. And yeah, so we'll catch you next week. We're committed, and commitment is a must. No other options, guys. So we'll see you on Yacht Week next week, and we love you very much.
Love y'all. Bye.
Bye.